Hello everyone and welcome to my Bachelor Nation official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and gives this video a thumbs up. They say good guys finish last, and I believe Grant Ellis' appearance as the Bachelor lead may just confirm that, as he may not be assertive enough to find his spouse on the show. Grant first appeared on Gen Tran's season of The Bachelorette and made such an impression that, after Jen sent him home, producers chose him as the lead for The Bachelor Season 29. Grant has narrowed down the women battling for his heart to just four: Lisha Gar, Juliana Pasquarosa, Dina Lupencu, and Zoe McGrady. While Grant claims to have deep connections with many of the ladies, no frontrunner has emerged, since Grant is too polite to harm any of the women's feelings. While it is wonderful, I believe Grant is not prioritizing a relationship with a single lady. With only 4 women left, who receives the final rose is anyone's guess. Grant became easily lured into drama this year, which was a significant distraction. Grant took the drama too far, and by the time he eventually eliminated villain Carolina Sofia, he hadn't had much chance to bond with the remaining women. Grant had a unique bond with Rose Song shortly after the season began. Rose quietly climbed to the top of Grant's list by being honest with him. I thought they had a nice vibe, and Grant appeared to be very into her. However, when she spoke up about him favoring Carolina, and he admitted that he was thinking about Rose while dancing with Carolina during a challenge, it set off a series of events that led to Rose's decision to quit the program. I am quite interested in you. Even today, with all the dancing on stage and everything, I was thinking of you. I don't want you to think I wasn't paying attention, because I was. Off-screen, Rose told Carolina about Grant's statements, prompting Carolina to face him in tears. Grant, in turn, acted out on Rose. Rose decided he wasn't the right person for her because of his refusal to accept responsibility. Grant was too focused on his image and Carolina's emotions to consider Rose. Rose was the frontrunner, but Grant let the turmoil drive her away. Grant appears to be easily influenced by those he spends time with. When he's with Juliana, he admits he's falling for her. When he's with Zoe, he says he sees a future with her. So forth and so on. By this time in the season, Grant should be more decisive about his feelings and stop leading all the women on. Grant even told some of the ladies he eventually sent home that he was falling for them, but it appears that he did so solely to make them happy. Grant's ambiguous demeanor is causing worry among the women, who are unable to get a good read on him. If Grant is serious about finding someone to settle down and build a family with, he must be willing to damage some of their feelings. Grant should focus less on feeding their desires and more on getting to know them. As someone who has watched every episode this season, I assumed Carolina would make it to the final 4 because Grant let her take so much of his time this season and cause so much disruption. Instead, Grant sent her home before the local dates. Despite Carolina's villain edit, I was sad to see her go, and it made me question what Grant's goal in engaging with her was. I would have bet money that Carolina would get the final rose, and now that she's gone, it all seems like a waste of time. Grant hasn't been able to form relationships with the other women, and it appears like it's too late for him to make a clear decision. I believe Grant will regret sending Carolina home once he learns he has failed to bond with the others. Grant Ellis' journey as the lead of The Bachelor Season 29 has been one filled with uncertainty, indecisiveness, and moments of intense drama that have left viewers questioning whether he will find love at all. From his time on Gen Tran's season of The Bachelorette, where he made a strong impression but ultimately did not win her heart, to now leading his own season, Grant has struggled to balance his natural kindness with the tough decisions required in the pursuit of true love. As the season reaches its climax, Grant has narrowed the competition to just 4 women: Lisha Gar, Juliana Pasquarosa, Dina Lupencu, and Zoe McGrady. Each of these women holds a unique connection with Grant, but rather than fostering deeper bonds and eliminating those he does not see a future with, Grant continues to spread himself thin, leading each of them on with conflicting emotions and half-hearted commitments. One of Grant's most significant missteps was getting caught up in unnecessary drama. His entanglement with the season's villain, Carolina Sophia, proved to be one of the biggest distractions. Carolina, known for stirring up tension among the women, took up a great deal of Grant's time, much to the detriment of his other relationships. When he finally sent her home before hometown dates, many viewers, including myself, questioned why he had invested so much energy into her at all. By the time he cut her loose, the damage had already been done. His connections with the remaining women felt shallow, rushed, and insincere. Rose Sonk, one of the strongest contenders early on, had developed a unique and promising bond with Grant. She was refreshingly honest with him, which set her apart from the other contestants. There was an undeniable chemistry between them, and Grant himself admitted he was thinking of her even while performing a dance challenge with Carolina. However, his inability to handle conflict with maturity and fairness led to Rose's departure. When Rose confronted him about favoring Carolina, instead of acknowledging her feelings, Grant grew defensive. His refusal to take responsibility for his actions and consider Rose's perspective drove her away. Losing Rose was a turning point in the season, and it left Grant scrambling to establish a genuine connection with the remaining women. Now, with only 4 contestants left, it is unclear whether Grant will be able to make a decisive choice. He continuously adapts to the energy of whomever he is with at the moment, telling each woman what she wants to hear rather than being honest about his true feelings. When he is with Juliana, he expresses deep emotions and tells her he is falling for her. When he is with Zoe, he claims to see a future with her. This pattern repeats with Lisha and Dina as well. Rather than providing clarity, Grant's actions have led to confusion, making it impossible to determine a true frontrunner. His ambiguous approach has only heightened the insecurities of the remaining women. They are left unsure of where they stand, and their frustration is evident. In past seasons, The Bachelor typically solidifies his feelings by this stage, eliminating those with whom he lacks a strong connection. Yet, Grant remains unable to do so, fueling speculation that he may not be ready for a serious commitment. His reluctance to hurt anyone's feelings is understandable, but it is ultimately hindering his journey to find a lifelong partner. The consequences of Grant's indecision became even more apparent when he told multiple women, including those he later sent home, that he was falling for them. While it is common for The Bachelor to express affection toward multiple contestants, Grant's words seem more like an attempt to please everyone rather than a sincere declaration of love. This has created an atmosphere of uncertainty, leaving the remaining women questioning the sincerity of his words and whether they can trust what he says. Grant's approach to romance contrasts sharply with past leads who have been more assertive in their decision-making. His reluctance to commit to one person until the very last moment could end up being his downfall. By failing to take decisive action, he risks losing the trust of the remaining women, and ultimately, he may walk away without a lasting relationship. Thanks for watching. If you likes this video, do not forget to subscribe to my channel and do not miss any update.